Hey friends, Jeff from Bygone Classics with one last video on this just incredibly cool 2010 Camaro. I've really grown to love this car since purchasing it from an estate a couple weeks back. Learned a lot about this newer generation of Camaros. Say, why don't we start right away? I thought one of the key fobs wasn't operating, but I'm wrong. Yeah, they're both working. Yeah, so two working key fobs, two sets of keys. Wheel lock is in the center console, so that's all set that way. What makes this car so special is a number of different things. One, its condition is fantastic. I encourage folks to look at all the videos that we have, including the undercarriage video. Damn, this car is clean. Secondly, it has incredibly low miles. Currently, it's sitting at 27,980 something, maybe 990 something at this point, but just a click under 28,000 original miles. And then last but not least, the way this car is optioned out, it's a 2SS RS 6-speed car that is really well optioned, even beyond that setup. So correct me, experts, but my understanding is that the manual cars came with an LS3 and that the 6.2 and the automatic cars is a different version that's not as desirable. So that's really cool. And then beyond just the standard equipment that most of you are probably aware of, this car has another $2,500 in options on it. It's has the RS package here. I'm not going to bore you by just rereading everything, but then has the moonroof and then the 20-inch wheels too. Now you saw in the photos and videos that this car is also Hurst shifter equipped and does have the Hurst equipped badge on the left side of the deck lid. My understanding is that that is factory, but it is not noted anywhere on the window sticker. So, gang, you'll have to educate me if maybe some of these early 2010 cars maybe didn't have it on the, it didn't have the emblem or didn't have it marked, I should say, somewhere on the window sticker. But the Brembo brakes are on there. And other things. So I just don't know. Hey, moving on to the Carfax report. There are no accidents reported on Carfax, and I didn't see any signs of any prior work being done or any accidents. All the paint seems to match up just fine, and our detail shop, when they ceramic coated the car, didn't note anything strange or anything like that. There are a number of service records noted in the Carfax report. Although the miles are low, the car has had what I would call regular oil changes. It maybe didn't happen every year, but it does look like the car was taken in every 5,000-6,000 miles for oil changes. The oil has been freshly changed again with 5W30 Mobil 1. When the oil was dumped, it was dead clear. So the old oil on it or in the car did not have many miles, but just because the time was maybe somewhat unknown when it was changed. We'll get to that in a second. I just thought, why not change the oil? It's good practice. As we're moving through the Carfax here, yeah, this is what prompted me to do it. So at 27,935 miles was the last noted oil change. Gang, I don't know. I simply don't know if it was changed since then. This deceased owner lived in my hometown, and there are a ton of privately owned shops where they could have gone that don't report to Carfax. I know that because I grew up in that city, And so I don't know, but the oil has changed. I put about 30 miles or so on the car during my test drives, and I'm super pleased. I had no idea that these cars were as comfortable as they are. I'm used to driving, third generation Camaros, and this is nice. The last piece of documentation I want to show you is a copy of the Wisconsin Buyer's Guide. This is something that all buyers will receive to review and sign when the purchase is made. There's nothing worth noting on here. You can go through our video that kind of walks through all the options and accessories. But basically what we're certifying is that, the car hasn't had frame damage. There are no abnormal noises. The car doesn't leak. There could be minor seepage, but nothing that's dripping on the ground. Parking brake operates, service brakes are good. Exhaust horn, lights, speedometer, all that good stuff is checking out just fine. And my shop is right on the local train tracks. This was a train depot town back in the day. Tracks are still used pretty often. Friends, if you do have any specific questions though about this car, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm not an expert, so there might be something really obvious to a buyer that I'm not talking about. Please don't think it's on purpose. I just may not know what I don't know. But what I can tell you is I grew up around cars, and this car's clean. She's clean. Take a look at all the other videos. This thing's a looker. Man, that Victory Red is sharp. 2 coats of Geon Evo ceramic coating on this one too, so she's well protected. Thanks so much. Have a great day.